Now, the installation of golden doors marks the completion of the ground floor work at the Ayodhya Ram Mandir, and we have got you fresh visuals of the golden door installed in Garbhagriha. Ahead of the long-awaited pran pratishtha ceremony at Ayodhya's Ram Mandir, the golden doors of the temple Garbhagriha has been installed. Now, the Garbhagriha or Sanctum Sanctorum is where the idol of Ram Lalla will be kept after the consecration ceremony or the pran pratishtha scheduled for the 22nd of January. Now, as per an official from the Ram Mandir, a total of 46 doors have been installed in the Ram Mandir, out of which 42 are coated with 100 kilograms of gold. Remember, Ayodhya, the Uttar Pradesh town situated on the banks of Saryu River, is set to witness the 7-day rituals of the much-awaited pran pratishtha or the consecration ceremony of the Ram Mandir that begins today. The rituals will also culminate on the 22nd of January with the grand ceremony that will be presided by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and also Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, along with other VVIP guests. For more on this, I have my colleague Priyanka reporting live from Ayodhya. Priyanka, a very good morning to you. The consecration ceremony will begin today. Please take us through all the details. That what are the plans? What is the plan for this 1 week long ceremony for pran pratishtha on the 22nd of Jan?
Well, absolutely, Nikita. Good morning to you and to all our viewers. We're reporting from Ayodhya and we are, of course, tracking for our viewers as to how the pran pratishtha rituals will start today. And post Makar Sankranti is when the priests had also told us that the rituals will begin as per the Muhurat and as per the timings that are considered, which will be, according to this, that the pran pratishtha rituals will begin. But today it has already started, and the offerings for Lord Ram have already started coming in from the rest of the country. And one such image I would like to show our viewers. Right behind me is the 108 feet long agarbatti or incense stick that has been brought in from state of Gujarat. And this in fact has been made of all the Havan Samagri here, and they are in fact, they are lighting this entire agarbatti, this entire incense stick. And the grandiose with which the kind of offerings are coming in and are being celebrated in Ayodhya, that also tells us the kind of the stage at which the 22nd of January consecration ceremony will also take place, and how this incense stick in fact had also been lit by the main priest Nritya Gopal Das Maharaj, who had just come in here, and he had lit this entire incense stick. And this is essentially all of the Havan Samagri on a stick that has been made over the course of 6 months by several of the VHP workers, and you can see how they are in fact present here, and they are burning the incense stick and making sure that this is their offering to Lord Ram that has started on the day when the pran pratishtha rituals have also begun in the temple itself. And now we are also looking at the side by side the temple construction work that is also being carried out, Nikita. The idols around the main idol of Ram Lalla that are being carved out, the doors that had been installed, the several pillars of the Parkota that are being engraved, the east side of the Parkota wall that will be completed by the 22nd of January, so that the people who will be coming there, the devotees, the VVIP movement that will be there, they will be able to witness, to understand how exactly this entire temple is going to be built and how it is going to look once it is completely completed, not just on 22nd of January, but also perhaps from in this year itself, when this entire temple is going to be completed. We will stay with the visuals as we talk about the kind of process that is underway for the entire temple completion as well, because we are looking at several of the idols that are still being carved out, and side by side look at these images that help us understand that this is of course another group that has come from Gujarat, and they have made this entire 108 feet long agarbatti. Now, we're being told that this entire incense stick is going to also be lit for 45 days. And that, of course, it is also going to be, the incense and the fragrance of this incense stick is also going to be felt at about 5-kilometer radius, and that is the grandiose with which the offerings are being brought in to Ayodhya for Lord Ram. So this essentially helps us understand the celebrations that have already begun in the city of Ayodhya, the offerings that have already started pouring in from the rest of the country to Ayodhya, and now we will see by the time that 22nd approaches, it is going to be a major celebration here in the city of Ayodhya, as we also try to see how the offerings are being brought in. But as far as the consecration ceremony goes, we are looking at the preparations day by day that are being zeroed in on the VHP and the trust member, the Ram Janmabhoomi Kshetra, which is in fact having these meetings every day, marathon meetings that are being carried out to understand the logistics of it, to understand how the VVIP movement will take place, to understand how the entire rituals will take place. Say for example, the kind of ritual of making the parikrama of the Lord Ram before being placed inside of the temple, that has been completely cancelled, because as per the customs, the idol of the Lord Ram has to take a parikrama across the city in which he's going to be placed, but that has been cancelled, keeping in mind the law and order situation. And now there will be a parikrama of the 100 meters itself inside of the temple before 22nd of January. In fact, just yesterday there was also new information that had been revealed that on 18th of January is when the Lord Ram, the Ramlala idol that has been made by Adi Yogi Raj, which has been completed, is about 150 to 200 kgs of weight that will now be placed inside of the temple. And then on 18th of January by 3:45 to 4 a.m. is the time that has been given by the seers and saints. And by 20th of January, we will see all of the seers and saints from Kashi as well, who will start coming into Ayodhya, and they will be carrying out their rituals, they will be carrying out their pujas. So this essentially are the images that we are tracking for our viewers in Ayodhya that help us understand the kind of celebration that has in fact just starting to hit its crescendo. And over the next few days, Nikita, we will see more and more of this. We will see more and more of these images that will be coming in from across the country, because not everybody is going to be able to be here inside on the 22nd of January. So the offerings have been made. The offerings that were being made since the last 1 year have been completed. They have been brought in here, and these are the images which are just one glimpse of it. And perhaps over the next few hours, we will be able to get to our viewers more and more of these images that we are tracking for our viewers in Ayodhya as well, Nikita.
All right, Priyanka, thank you so much for sharing all these details. In fact, also showing us this 100 feet long agarbatti that has come all the way from Gujarat, Priyanka. This definitely talks about the enthusiasm of people, and also how unifying this whole occasion of consecration ceremony is. The Ram temple is, how it is unifying people, the citizens of our country from different parts of our country. In fact, I also think, Priyanka, that a lot of Guinness Book of World Records will be made during this whole consecration ceremony leading up to the main ceremony on the 22nd of January. Also, we got to know that on 18th of January, Ram Lala statue will be placed in the Garbhagriha. And of course, as you also spoke about the Parkota, there are other mandirs also inside the Parkota. I think at least 11 mandirs are also being built inside the Parkota. They will be dedicated to Rishi Valmiki also, and other important figures during Ramayana, and also otherwise also figures that are very important for the Indian culture. So Priyanka, thank you so much. We will come back to you. This 1 week is very important, as my colleague Priyanka just shared with us that the consecration ceremony has started. It will go on for 1 week before the final and the most important day of 22nd of January. Thank you, Priyanka.